Owls are one of the most popular animals in the world. They're known for their distinctive appearance and behavior, but they also have some weird facts that might surprise you. Here are 10 weird facts about owls that you didn't know you needed. No. 1. They can turn their heads almost 360 degrees. This is thanks to the shape of their neck vertebrae, which allows them to rotate each joint up to 270 degrees in either direction. To put this into perspective, humans can only turn their heads around 70 degrees without hurting themselves. And while it's impressive that owls can do this, it actually helps them hunt better by giving them a wider field of view. They use this ability to scan the ground for food without having to move their bodies very much. A great horned owl can turn its head 285 degrees to the left and 145 degrees to the right, a total of 430 degrees. That means they can see behind them without even turning their bodies at all. Number 2, they have asymmetrical ears. Have you ever heard of an ear that doesn't match the other? Well, this is a real phenomenon that affects some people, but it's also true of barn owls. Their left ear is higher than their right, so they can hear sounds coming from above or below them more easily. This makes it easier for them to pinpoint where prey is hiding and decide whether or not it's worth trying to catch. For example, if a vole is scurrying around underground, the barn owl can tell how deep it is and if there is enough room for the owl to fit its head down there. If the answer is no, then the owl will move on to find another meal. Number 3, they don't have to blink. It seems like a small thing, but it's actually a big deal for owls. You see, blinking is a reflex that most animals have, but it's not necessary for their survival. However, for owls, blinking could be the difference between life and death. When they're hunting, they need to be able to focus on their prey without distraction. Blinking would break their concentration and could make it harder to catch their meal. So instead, owls simply don't blink. They can keep their eyes open and focused on their target until they're ready to strike. 4, they can stare at you without blinking. As we just mentioned, owls don't have to blink when they're staring at something intently, which means they can maintain eye contact with their prey without breaking focus. This can be unnerving for us humans, but it's simply a matter of survival for these birds. After all, if you want to catch your dinner, you need to be able to keep track of it. Otherwise, it might run away before you have a chance to grab it. Number 5, they have no natural enemies. There's nothing more satisfying than revenge, except maybe getting revenge on someone who isn't even alive yet. Owls are the ultimate predators, and they don't have any natural enemies. This is because they're simply too efficient at what they do. Owls are built for hunting, and their skills and abilities make them deadly predators. They're also very elusive, which means that their prey has a hard time spotting them until it's too late. All of this makes owls some of the most feared and respected creatures in the animal kingdom. So if you ever see an owl, be sure to admire it from afar. It's definitely not worth getting on the wrong side of one of these birds. Number 6, the smallest owl in the world is the elf owl. Elf owls are tiny birds that stand only 8 inches tall and weigh less than a pound. Despite their small size, these birds are fierce predators. They can eat insects, small mammals, and even snakes. Elf owls are found in the southwestern United States and Mexico, where they live in forests and deserts. These owls are nocturnal, so they sleep during the day and hunt at night. They use their sharp talons and beaks to capture their prey, and they have excellent night vision. Elf owls are very elusive, so they're rarely seen by humans. But if you're lucky enough to spot one, you'll know that you're looking at a truly special bird. Number 7, the largest owl in the world is the Blakiston's fish owl. This huge bird of prey can have a wingspan of up to 6 feet and 7 inches. The Blakiston's fish owl is found in eastern Russia and northern China, where it lives in forests near water. As its name suggests, this owl is a fish eater, but it will also eat mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. The Blakiston's fish owl is endangered, so there are only a few hundred pairs left in the world. This makes them extremely rare and sought after by birdwatchers. If you see one of these majestic birds, consider yourself very lucky. Number 8, they can go for long periods of time without food. The wild owls often have to go without food for days at a time. They're able to do this because they have a very slow metabolism, which means they don't burn many calories when they're resting. When an owl does find food, it will eat as much as it can and then regurgitate the excess food. This process is called catching, and it allows the owl to save energy for when food is scarce. Some owls can survive without eating for up to 2 weeks at a time. That's a very long time to go without food. But for owls, it's just another Tuesday. Number 9. They're not afraid of humans. While most animals avoid humans at all costs, owls aren't afraid of us. In fact, they're often curious about humans and will approach us if they're not afraid. This is because owls are generally solitary creatures and don't have many natural enemies. As a result, they have no reason to be afraid of humans. However, this doesn't mean that owls like humans. They're simply indifferent to us. Owls are more interested in finding food and nesting than interacting with people. That being said, if you see an owl in the wild, don't be afraid to approach it. Just remember to be respectful and keep your distance. Number 10. They're used in a lot of myths and legends. Owls are featured in myths and legends all over the world. In Greek mythology, owls were associated with wisdom because they were thought to be the favorite animal of Athena, the goddess of wisdom. In some Native American cultures, owls were considered to be messengers from the spirit world. And in many cultures, owls were seen as bad omens. Despite their fearsome reputation, owls are simply misunderstood creatures. They're neither wise nor evil, but they're just birds trying to survive in the wild. That being said, there's no denying that owls are fascinating creatures. They're beautiful, mysterious, and a little bit scary. We may not know everything about owls, but one thing is for sure. They're definitely one of the most interesting animals out there. Now it's time to test your knowledge. How many of these facts did you already know? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an awesome video. Thanks for watching. See ya.